take a deep breath for just a moment and ponder big balls.
All right, man. The Democrats are going absolutely crazy over Elon Musk. He's actually getting more hate than Donald Trump is right now, which is absolutely crazy when you think about how much hate Donald Trump gets. But that just goes to show you that Elon is doing something right. He's really shaking things up. And it's going to end up proving that a lot of these people on the Democratic side, and maybe some other people that we didn't expect, have been involved in some nefarious fraud activities. There's no other reason that they would be going crazy like this. It is absolutely absurd. Joe Rogan calls all of these people out. We're going to get to that clip, but first I have some other things I need to show you. Let's get it rolling.
Edward, that fired intern, is now older and wiser. He's now 19 years old, and he now works for the president's top campaign donor. And in that capacity, 19-year-old Edward is now a, quote, senior advisor at the U.S. State Department, where he now has been given access to all of the IT and data management functions for the country's entire diplomatic operation in every country on earth. One current U.S. official telling the Washington Post, quote, this is dangerous. And hey, I'm no expert, but it doesn't sound good. Kind of does sound like a national security concern to have a 19-year-old who already in his young life has a history of leaking sensitive information, and then to give that 19-year-old access to all centralized data at the U.S. State Department. I don't know. It just seems off. It really is just the latest in a string of national security news coming out of this White House that could really curl your hair. Elon Musk's JV team also has access to the payment system at the Treasury Department that not only controls all things the U.S. government pays for, those things include, for example, details of secret payments made to foreign assets run by U.S. intelligence, payments to U.S. businesses abroad who have secret contracts with our intelligence services like the CIA. Speaking of the CIA, their entire workforce has been told to resign. They've all been sent that resign or else email.
These people are trying to convince us that what Elon Musk and Doge are doing is bad for us and the government, and it's just going to ruin everything. That is just absurd. This next clip will prove to you that what Elon is doing is going to fundamentally change the United States and make it a better place for the better. And I can't break it down any better than this guy can, so let's jump into it.
I found this very interesting. So before Elon took over Twitter, we know that 96% of political donations from employees of Twitter went to Democrats. 96%. Twitter was dominated by Democratic ideals and values. But let's think about this. I want to go back to something I talked about earlier. Let's start at the bottom. In 2021, Twitter reported an adjusted EBITDA of about $682 million and about $5 billion in revenue. So adjusted EBITDA was 13.64% of revenue. Now let's go to the modern form of the X platform. X also reported to the investors 2024 adjusted EBITDA of about $1.25 billion and an annual revenue of $2.7 billion. The reason the revenue went down is because more or less a bunch of advertisers staged a coup against X to harm the platform because they didn't like Elon taking it over. So Elon comes in, fires unnecessary people, and gets rid of unnecessary redundancies. And with about half of the revenue, they double the EBITDA. What does this tell you? It tells you that Twitter was inflated with a bunch of unnecessary people and processes. X now works just as good as it ever did, and it has more features than it ever did. And on top of that, now it actually pays creators. So now more people are benefiting financially from the platform that weren't before. But here's kind of the point I'm getting towards. Again, it was a very left-leaning company. And the way they run it was pay a bunch of unnecessary people a lot of money and have a lot of those people over-moderate the platform against their political opponents. So 9 out of 10 people at that company were Democrats, and they loved the idea of having a bunch of unnecessary people being on the payroll, which drives up administrative cost. This seems to be kind of a correlation with Democrats and the federal government. And this is why they're fighting Doge so hard. So again, Doge is doing the right thing. The less unnecessary people we have in government, the less money we have to pay in taxes to pay for these unnecessary people's salaries. On top of that, the less we have of these people sending our money to all types of crazy expenditures around the world, the less we have to pay in taxes. Not to mention them pushing beliefs that many of us don't agree with. My overall point is that there's a correlation between the old Twitter and Democrats in our government. X is now a much better platform, and we need to do the same with the government. Get rid of the unnecessary people and processes and make the government more efficient so it can better serve the American people.
The Democrats are fuming right now. They're about to lose all of their money. So many people got rich, astronomically rich, like Elizabeth Warren, AOC, all these people on $200,000 salaries worth $150, $200 million now. They're all about to get shut down and exposed. No wonder they're so pissed. Joe Rogan is about to explain this very well on how this is all orchestrated. All of these riots and protests that the left is doing is because they're about to lose all of their funding. And all of that money that was coming directly into their pockets through money laundering is about to disappear. And we might even see some people go to jail eventually. So let's jump into Joe Rogan.
About is how much this is where I get mad at the media for presenting this like this is Hitler. We're having it notched up to 11 for the past 8 years. And now you've got this because he was put in. It's almost like that energy has been transferred to Elon now, because now, did you see the Elon protests? They're protesting Elon. They're literally standing out there with signs that say, arrest Elon Musk.
Listen, I guarantee it's organized. I guarantee it's organized by the same people that are going to lose a shitload of money based on all these discoveries at Doge. There's no way they're not. If you look at what Doge is uncovering, what they're uncovering with this USAID stuff, a lot of that stuff was organizing through NGOs protests. They organized the attempt at getting Trump impeached.
I thought you were going to say killed.
They organized the impeachment.
That's come out.
They also USAID spent $50 million on the lab that invented coronavirus.
Right.
Yeah, there's a lot of money involved in this not working. And when you have a lot of money involved, you're going to have organized protest. When you see protests, we all want to think protests like the 1960s. Yeah, fight the war, man. It's like organic, like peace, love, and hippie shit. But that's not what this is. What this is organized, funded protests where someone is spending a lot of money and they're mobilizing other NGOs. They're using their access to these mailing lists and all these different things. They're putting these things together.
Yeah, but do you think that the average liberal person, do you think that they're going to wake up and come around? Or do you think that they're going to be in like agony for 4 years and be...
What if it works? Like, what if the world gets safer, the country gets safer, the economy improves, and they don't attack civil rights, women's rights, gay rights, all these things that everybody's worried about. And then at the end of it, you realize like, hey, maybe I was wrong.
I mean, that...
Y'all just don't understand how many people I cannot wait to tell I told you so, because everybody is acting like Elon Musk and Donald Trump are the two most evil people on the planet, and it is just insane to me. That's how crazy things have gotten, to where people can't decide what is good and what is bad. People don't have their own opinions anymore. People don't do their own research anymore, even when it's right in front of their faces. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'm going to be reporting on it all and keep you guys updated with what's going on. But man, oh man, they are hating on Elon and Trump big time, especially Elon Musk. This guy is great. He's my new favorite person right now. To see what him and Doge are doing is nothing short of phenomenal. We've already surpassed $82 billion in savings. Over $300 per taxpayer's savings is phenomenal. Nothing short of phenomenal. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to subscribe. You're watching the Unexplained Outlook. Drop a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. Do you like Elon Musk? Do you like Trump? Or do you think they are just big and bad like everyone says they are? I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.